Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. Got a February title update for Madden 21. Covers next gen and current gen. It's a lot to go through. Gonna hop right into it really quickly for you guys. Key highlights: it fixes the reach for it ability, so it'll trigger when players reach for it, but now players who don't have the ability won't trigger for it, so it actually makes the ability useful, because pretty much it wasn't useful at all before. Coverage fixes, locomotion and pursuit improvements, blocking improvements, and unintended penalties from the defensive line. So let's get right into it. Big pass coverage updates. They tuned outside deep zone defenders in cover 2 to improve the timing of the drop to get the appropriate coverage depth and alignment on the outside receiver running a short drag. So pretty much you will put the outside receiver on a smoke screen or drag, and then streak the slot receiver or fade the slot receiver, and the corner would sit on the smoke screen, and it will allow, in the cover 3, it will allow to that slot receiver to get deep and over top of that cornerback. The fix for that was pretty much to put that corner in a cover 2 on that side, or half field on that side, but then that'll open you up to other things as well. So tune that so the cover 3 hopefully won't get stuck on that smoke screen, and give that up. Tuning outside deep zone defenders to cover 3, reduce the frequency of jumping in and out of inside and out route from the slot, allowing outside receiver on a streak fade to get behind them. The outside deep zone defender will keep his width and continue to leverage his zone drop accordingly. This is more of like a next gen one. I haven't seen that a ton in current gen. Fix the issue causes receivers sometimes to run into the back of a slower defender playing a deep zone line assignment, leading to avoidance animation disrupting a route. Updated cover 4 quarters use more man matching principles against trip formations, and improve transitioning from zone to man when matching certain vertical routes. So that would happen pretty much you would basically like have a trips formation, and then you can put the outside receiver down and in, and then the slot receiver on the streak, and basically the slot receiver was supposed to match with the streak, but he would kind of pause for a second and just get lost in the coverage, and it'll leave that guy open. There's so many different little cover 4 match bugs in there, but now that they've really fixed that, match is going to be a dope coverage to run. I want to get that on the field and practice more with palms, because if there was little bugs that you can get beat deep and stuff like that, where guys can different route combinations, but if they fix that, that's great. They tuned cover 4 drop to better cover deep post routes by improving deep zone anticipation of vertical routes moving to the middle of the field to reduce the likelihood of big plays over the top on all deep zone defenders. Interesting to see that one as well. They're really buffing the cover 4, but this is on next gen right here. They have separate patch notes for the current gen. Let's see when we get to that. Added logic to the reaction of linebackers and man coverage, more authentic when covering a running back in a block and release assignment. The linebackers will have the option to either trigger a pass rush and transition to a QB spy assignment when they see the running back block, and the timing used to make the decision will be scaled by their play recognition rating. So an interesting one. I wish you can kind of like had the option to put, or that should be like a coaching adjustment, like if you want your linebackers to zone dog or not, or cover, like when they see the running back block, you should better set, like I want them to automatically blitz, or I want you to sit back. Like that should be a coaching adjustment. You can go in there and you can say like QB spy, or drop into zone, or blitz. That would be a great one they can put in there, that you can kind of control what your linebackers do when they do a block and release. Fix the issue sometimes causing cornerbacks instantly rush the passer when playing man coverage or RPO screenplays. Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen some wonky stuff with the RPO and the cornerback coverage, where you can literally be manned up over a guy and run an RPO, and the corner will just freeze and just kind of stand there and looking dumb. So yeah, that's an interesting one, which is different than last year. I think the cornerbacks reacted better to the RPOs in man than they did, because you could just man a guy up on the slot RPO, and the corner would just go there and just stick him. But this year, the corner, unless you like manually check it, the corner will sometimes kind of dumb you up out there when they run the RPO. Fix the issue causing all underneath zone defenders to break out of coverage and rush the quarterback when he rolled out the pocket, even if he was not close to the line of scrimmage. See, stuff like that is why we have not moved to next gen. We're PML is still sticking on current gen, because that just sounds crazy. Like, what? An issue causing all the underneath zone defenders to break out of coverage and rush the quarterback? What? That is insane. What kind of game breaking? Like I have. That's why you have not seen a ton of content for next gen, because a lot of that stuff, me playing and trying it out, I was like, is this stuff? A lot of this stuff is broken, man. A lot of the coverage are broken. Guys were just streaking people and throwing, like running past deep coverage. And like my first got on, I'm playing a ton of next gen, and someone had Tyreek Hill, and I was like backed off, like cover 4, literally 10 yards off. He just dropped back and just bombed it and just ran past my whole team, the safety, the cornerback, and I was like, what is this? Like, if you can do that, what's the point of defense at all? But it seems to try to improve that. But yeah, it's like next gen is not ready for prime time. But let's get right back into it. Tuning to improve jam press criteria, so user control defenders will be able to trigger the appropriate animations for all angles and situations. Start tackling and blocking. Issue where exploit blitz with nickel corners in a contained assignment. Now they added logic and movement has been implemented for pass blockers to better react to this blitz, was commonly run on dime 146. That's like an old school like Madden 20 blitz. The corners coming out like that, off the corners like that. This issue caused defenders to get stuck in a breakdown fake out. Issue caused intended roughing the passer penalties when pass rushers could obviously see the ball has been released. Yeah, I'm sure that's in the current gen one too, because I've seen that. That's a crazy one, especially if you like lose a game like that or on a big drive. Fix the rare issue where a reach sack animation that could get misaligned and make it appear like the quarterback would be tackled by air. I've seen that from running backs as well. Tuning to reduce the amount of broken tackles that were triggering for defenders being out of position, with most significant tuning being done to competitive game style. This should result in farthest broken tackles from over-under pursuit alignments. And add some things, locomotion, tuning to reduce durability in truck animations. Yeah, I've seen that where you can kind of truck juke somebody, where you can truck swerve is probably more appropriate, and you can make someone miss just doing a truck animation, which was kind of funny looking. So good they cut back on that. Issue ball carriers get stuck in running assignment, running out of bounds. Yeah, we've all seen that issue. Cause defenders sometimes use option quarterback carry style when switching hands after interception. Issue causing defenders to sometimes hitch in the transition from play during play movement and pass coverage. Tight ends sometimes slide on the cut when running corner routes against certain coverages. And tuning to improve ball carrier ability to get through the line when running routes from the backfield. Oh yeah, I mean, I've taken sacks on that. That's a tough one where you got a guy that, you know, the deep coverage is all covered and run off, and then you got a running back coming out late on a delay route. He just gets stuck in the line, and then you take a sack or throw out a sack, and it's like, oh my goodness, like it just happened to me recently. So still fresh in my mind on that one. Fix the rare issue, sometimes calling the ball carrier to freeze up after 2 spin moves used in quick succession. All right, on to the passing. Fix some issues with running back icon to disappear after the handoff when running gun doubles RPO wide peak. Issue causing the quarterback to throw an odd pass when running single back wing pair dive alert smoke. And an issue causing the QB's arm to get stuck on the running back when attempting to pass running gun wing slot offset PAGL big screen. The abilities, like I said before, they only allow players with the reach for ability equipped to be able to trigger successful pylon first down reach tackles in competitive style. Why didn't you add this to all game styles? Like, make that ability worth it, because right now it is not. And we were just talking about this maybe a couple of weeks ago in chat, and we were just saying that what's the point of the reach for it? Because everyone reached for it anyway, pretty much. I mean, you have decent enough awareness, ball carrier vision, guys reach for it. So why do you have the reach for it ability? But now that they're making it only guys with the ability to do it, then that makes more sense. It makes it worth it, but they only put it in competitive game style. We want this in sim game style as well. Fix the visual issue, allowing in-game indicators to remain visible during the entire play when using blitz radar and threat detector abilities. Environment. Fix various issues causing the coach or other silent players to ghost to opposing player during various silent interactions. Issue preventing sideline help up animation triggering. This is all still, again, we're still on next gen, so that's definitely more active sideline and animation stuff like that you see in next gen. General gameplay improvement. Fix the issue sometimes causing a new field to load with invisible players after switching from practice type in the practice pause menu. And an issue causing the punter to line up too close to the line of scrimmage when punting inside the 5 line, allowing the punt to be blocked too frequently. I think I just seen that one the other day. All right, so moving on to current gen, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Stadia. RIP Google Stadia. Because you guys didn't hear, they kind of shut a lot of their gaming stuff down. So like I said, and the reach forward competitive only, they have reach forward ability to trigger certain reaches, and same thing, fixed blitzes and nickel corners and contain, tomb deep zones. So pretty much the man coverage one was the biggest difference in this one. So fixed issue causing tight and staying in 3-point stance after being motioned onto the slot and gun doubles formation. That's just some different ones. I'll just kind of pick out the different ones. Fixed issue causing the QB's arm to get stuck on the pulling guard when throwing the ball early, and I-form slot flex alert smoke. Tuning to the distance-based receivers, so the receivers to increase the receiver's win chance on the cut versus man coverage defenders without a counter ability, as long as the cut's performed in the designated area field. So this is great. So a lot of people are saying that man coverage is overpowered this year. So this gives receivers who have abilities an advantage versus those guys. So if you got, like I've been frustrated playing games before where I've had an ability type receiver or a superstar receiver, and they have a corner on them who's just fast and trash. He'll be 97 speed with 80, let's say 75 coverages, but he'll be able to stay with my receiver just because he's fast. But now, when they have different abilities, whether it's the deep out, short or whatever, those abilities allow them to separate from those defenders. So this is a definitely good thing. But we'll see how it's balanced, and it won't be just ridiculously OP. All of a sudden, receiver just wide open every snap. A lot of times when they balance things, they go from one direction all the way to the other opposite side and go too far. So we'll see how that works as I get some more hands-on after this update. Fix the issue causing cornerbacks instantly rush the passer when playing man coverage or RPO screenplays. Kind of what I was alluding to earlier. And also think about the deep zone cover 2 fixed, which is great. So you won't be able to just kind of streak that slot guy. I do want to see how just the regular slot fade will work, or will that automatically not work anymore, or how match coverages will deal with that versus those slot fades. Fix the exploit allowing the offensive user to manipulate man coverage defender by using motion directly after a hot route. See, a lot of their offenses is that kind of motion snapping, and they put a receiver on a slant or a drag, motion other side of the formation and hike it, and the defender kind of gets lost on that. I'm interested to see how that plays, because I mean it's kind of real NFL. I mean, maybe not exactly the same way, but teams do use motion to get guys open. They do, run those quick outs from motion or quick. I mean, I've seen it in the NFL, so I want to see how well. So it should help. Obviously you can't jam that receiver, but I don't know. I've seen this used in real life, so I'm curious to see how that's gonna actually work in the game, where there's automatically going to still lock that receiver up. They should give some kind of space, maybe not wide open like it is now, but they should get some kind of space when motioning, or behind a bunch formation or something like that, a receiver that's off the line of scrimmage. So see that one looks. Fix the issue causes defenders to trigger avoidance animations anytime a ball carrier would dive. Yeah, I've seen that, and the one where you start to dive and your guy pauses, like you're running towards the end zone, you hit the dive, he's like, oh wait, hold on. It looks like you gotta take a dump for a second, and then he just launches to the end zone. That just feels and looks weird. So I don't know if that was specifically addressed that one, but hopefully it should. Fix the issue allowing an exploit blitz with nickel corners in contain assignment. The implement to fix same one for the 9146, and tuning pass blockers to improve blocking handoffs for left tackles when facing 2 rushers and outside gaps. So guys kind of stack, trying to run blitzes from the outside and stacking multiple defenders on the outside and like overload blitzes. So we'll see how that pass blocking logic holds up. So that is it. That is your title update for February. As soon as I have anything else for you guys, the guys stay at the end of the video. I appreciate you. Got some big news coming tonight that was gonna blow your brains. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Got more Madden 21 coming your way, but also something a little special tonight around 5 p.m. I'll catch you later. If you appreciate our content here at SGO, like this video and subscribe now for more news, tips, reviews, and gameplay from all of your favorite sports games. Now, if you want to take your game to the next level with insider news, free games, and access to our private chat, join our Patreon, the link below, and subscribe to SGO Insider today.